Frankie Nicole here, cat lady extraordinaire. Meow. I've decided I'm gonna try and wear as many bright, clashing things as possible, just for funsies, because who needs to, try and match? And I guess this is even fashionable, not matching. But today I was reviewing kind of the viewership and the concept of doing a week-long reading, and I found that I liked the concept because it freed me up to do more things during the week when I normally would be doing a cast for you guys. But this is Violet. But also it did take a little bit away from me because I really enjoyed talking every day, I guess, and doing like a daily lesson, read something. So I guess what I wanted to touch on today, and perhaps we'll go back to the 3-a-week. I would very much appreciate your feedback on what you felt was your favorite version, and we can go from there. Because, I mean, really it is for the viewer. I mean, it's for me, but it's for you. It's for all of us. Yeah. Is that there's different articles out there that I've been reading about mental illness and being okay with showing off that you take drugs and taking up the stigma of that. And I think that there is a lot still to be learned about mental illness, or what is perceived to be mental illness, or the symptoms that we may feel from ordinary life that we misconstrue as depression, and it's been labeled conveniently for us, so we have a term for it. And my thing is, that's why I don't believe in labels, is because once you start labeling something, it makes it way easier just to overuse that label and mistake that label for a common term that anybody could just latch onto. Because I've experienced many symptoms and stress and anxiety, going through school, trying to go through different relationships, and the thing is, I think we need to stop lumping everybody all together in the same spectrum of understanding of how their mental capacity works, because everybody has something to offer, and labeling somebody a mistake, or that they are not valid because of their mental illness, gives them an automatic feeling of, then why am I here? What is my purpose? Why was I made like this? And then automatically now you are like, well, I am less than everyone else. I do not deserve as much respect, money, well-being, good treatment than anybody else. And that's a problem, because everybody deserves great treatment. Everybody deserves to be treated like a person. And when you ignore people, or give them a short service, shorthand, you treat them like they are less than you, and then that is a big construe of what's actually there. I mean, I can't stress how much I believe everybody is an equal. And the only thing that really divides us is status and money. And money, what is money? Money is, yes, it helps buy things, but I mean, these are things that are external. They don't affect us. It's what is it? The value of our input, of our work, I know lots of people who get paid a lot of money for things that maybe are important, but aren't as important as, you know, the amount that other people get paid for their services, and those services are far more important than anything else. I mean, for the amount of brain work that is done on a daily basis versus how much someone knows, and this is talking more in the medical profession. I mean, it's just unfortunate how we're ranked in society and then treated accordingly according to that rank. Funny enough, our high school class name was actually rank. And I think that it's really funny and kind of, I don't know, maybe a little synchronistic. I mean, it was definitely not rank in that sense, but it was rank as in like stinky cheese, because they, you know, they continued the naming system from the seniors and what it had to do with theirs. But honestly, people from my grade, I would have to say, we're tigers, and so we're all very feisty people, for one. And there's a big focus on status and how much you're making and who you are and what you do for a living. I can't think of a more disgusting question than that, because yeah, maybe you do something really amazing for a living, but maybe you're not a great person, or maybe you can't even bake a casserole, or maybe you don't have the access to the beautiful artistic poetry in your life that you could, you know, like, we only value things when they can they can return monetary gain. And it's really depressing, because then people who have so much to offer don't feel like they have anything to offer because of the value system that we have. And the fact that our value system is so deeply ingrained in what it used to be and not what it should be and not what it hopefully will become, but we have to fight the good fight. You know, you see people defecting all the time, and I get so excited when I see somebody just, this is who I am, and you're gonna like it, and that's just how it's gonna be. And you know, I don't care how it was, I don't care how you think it should be, but here it is, and here I am, and you can't tell me that I'm any less because of who I am. You know, case in point, my hair color. I mean, it's not as vivid and crazy as it used to be, but having pink hair is pretty much kind of like still puts you on the outside, where people don't really want to hire you if you work in an office or any kind of, you know, and that's like nothing. That's like a minuscule part of that. And it's just, sometimes it's really frustrating, because you're just like, why? You know, why is this like that? Why do we have to continue? Why are we still believing in the old? Why are we still believing in what we thought worked, but has not worked and will not work if we still continue to do it? We're stuck. We're very stuck. We want to continue these old patterns and then complain about them and wonder why things aren't changing, because we refuse to change them. The only way that we can change things in our lives is to mentally shift that change. You have to mentally shift, saying, this is what I'm going to be, and this is what I'm going to do, regardless of the outside consequences. And you have to prepare yourself for outside consequences, because people will try and convince you that you, A, have no sense of humor anymore, B, you are just going through a phase, C, nobody will ever hire you, you won't make any money, you might as well just switch back on and plug back into the matrix. C, it's too hard, you can't do it. That's, I think, can't. Or you're just too lazy and you don't want to. That's code. That's what can't means. Can't, there's no I can't. You can't, you can. You can do anything you put your mind to. That's really the you know, they used to teach us that in school, and now they're like, oh, but you can't. And you're like, but you told me that I can do anything, and now you're telling me I can't? Okay, way to send me mixed messages. Well, screw you. I'm going to do it anyways. How come hell or high water? I think that's how I live most of my life. You know, sometimes you're going to need help. Sometimes you're going to need to be able to do, go a long time without some kind of comforts in your life that you were used to. But that's breaking free. And I hate to, quote The Matrix because it is, yes, a movie. But when they unplug from the virtual fake world, they go into this world where they're all basically in rags. They're all living in this tiny little hub, and they're all eating gruel, basically. And if you think about it, it's very telling of you're giving up a lot of comforts when you unplug. And people would always ask, well, why would you make yourself uncomfortable? Why wouldn't you want to be happy? But are you really happy when you're living a lie? When you're living the fake play out of what you think that you're supposed to be happy with? See, there's the shift. What you're supposed to be happy. How do we really know what makes us happy? Is it what they tell us that makes us happy? Or in reality, where we are in life, in that moment, are we truly happy with exactly what's around us, exactly what we have, and exactly what we're doing? So, with that, I will go to the cards. We have some interesting ones. And today is the Libra new moon, which is all about this very much ending the old cycle and starting a new cycle, which is because, this last couple cycles have been, whew, and after the eclipse, whew, whew. No matter what life changes bring, nothing will change my love for you. You give my life purpose. Because of you, I feel safe. I am forever grateful. Thank you. From a physical perspective, some relationships may seem less than perfect. Yet, from a higher perspective, all relationships are sacred, for they help us to grow in love and wisdom. Love generates love. You will receive positive confirmation of this in the next few days. Keep on loving, and you will keep on receiving ever greater blessings in return. A profound transformation is taking place in your life. Be yourself. You have much to offer the world by just being you. Your love has the power to transform all things, including your relationship and love life. You are always in my heart, like a glowing ocean light, a shimmering star in heaven. Love is a golden memory, drifting through space like autumn leaves, recollections of loving days and nights. I think it was the most interesting one about the profound transformation, how more and more people are starting to wake up to the situation and no longer doing things that they think that makes them happy because of what they've told us makes us happy, but now are doing things that truly make them happy with less status, less money, less comforts, and enjoying the actual experience of life and the actual time you have on this earth. Because, and I don't want to go morbid here, but, why not? We really don't know if we are going to be here tomorrow. We don't know. There's no guarantee. You don't get guaranteed to wake up tomorrow. And I'm not trying to scare anybody, not even at all, because, in most likelihood, you'll probably wake up. But there's so many things that could happen. Especially with all the accelerated shootings out there. Like, I feel like every single day somebody's dead. Somebody's dead. And could be me. Could be somebody else the next day. You just don't know. You just don't know. And we always try to tell ourselves, oh, it won't happen to me. And that's just something they tell us because they want us to, tell each other that we love each other all the time and be, vulnerable, mushy-gushy, and, well, Why? Why is that a bad thing? Why are we so anti telling people how we feel and what is what is important in our lives? You know, we hold ourselves off into this whole segregated little, you know, nook of the world because we don't want to deal with anyone else, because we don't want to have to deal with the feelings that come along with dealing with those people. It can be overwhelming, yes, but when you have the people around you that you really need to have, it can be empowering. It can be a loving, fantastic, harmonious, warm, nurturing time in our lives where we feel truly blessed every single day, regardless of how much money, how much fame, how many things, what TV shows we're watching. So, onto the cards. We have the Eight of Cups. Not surprising. Seven of Swords reversed, Temperance reversed, and Three of Pentacles reversed. So, it's a very abundant time. Three of Pentacles reversed is all about fertility, abundance, putting things in process. You know, we try and start something and it only gets so far, and then we kind of quit. We say, no, that's not what we want. That's not, no, I don't want to, that didn't work out. That was a stupid idea. It's just all about reworking it and trying to do it a different way. You may run into a bunch of dead ends. You may run into people telling you no all the time. But all you have to do is figure out another way around. That's my favorite part. I love circumnavigating a no, because you can always find a yes. There's always a yes in life. If you just circumnavigate that no and don't let it stop you. Don't let it stop you. Maybe that's crazy talk in a lot of people's minds, but wake up. Why do they tell us, you know, why do we follow the no? Why do we follow the no instead of follow the yes? Because it's easier. It's easier. Oh, well, no, it didn't work out. I don't have to do anything anymore. You don't have to work as hard. Haha, we are lazy. Haha, sorry, we are. We are totally lazy, and that's why we don't progress. We don't go forward, and we don't work on ourselves. And that is so important. It's so important to work on yourself, because you are the only one who can work on you, and you're the only one who can make a no into a yes, regardless of how crazy it seems. And that, my friends, is what great stories are made of. Yeah, how great would a movie be if, like, in the first scene, somebody gets a no and they're like, all right, well, guess I'm done. I'll just go back watch Netflix, and then the movie's over. I mean, like, let's buy tickets for that one. All right, so then we have Eight of Cups, which is going off and making the choice onto a journey. It can also be about leaving emotional situations, but sometimes those emotional situations are the things that are holding us back. You know, the no that holds us back. Okay, so maybe we got a no here, but we can get a yes over here. Yeah. It's a great day. It's a great day. And at the Seven of Swords is always talking about like either somebody being deceptive or somebody prying into your, you know, life, or you prying into someone else's information in life, or just being stuck with thoughts of the past. I think that's really more where it like resonates, is that it's stuck thoughts. So don't let your thoughts hold you back of what maybe you failed in the past, what didn't happen last time, what didn't work out, why it didn't work out. I mean, it's always good to explore that, but like, don't think that because it didn't work out in this one way the last time, that the next time it's not going to work out in the exact same way, because then you're just conditioning yourself to think that everything is going to be like that, and then you're setting yourself up for no's in the future, which is weird. Why would you do that? Nobody can predict the future. Nobody knows. We try. Oh, we try, but nope. Then we have temperance in reverse, which is all about a little bit of emotional imbalance, and it's the major arcana emotional balance. So I think that a lot of people are feeling a little bit like overturned or too hot or too cold, or, just kind of not balanced, in a sense where we're trying to go after things that maybe we don't want to go after, and we're just doing it because we think we're trying to make progress in some way or another. But we don't really need to make progress in that way, because we just need to relax and let things flow. I think not letting things flow and just trying to force stuff is where we really get into trouble, and we get kind of backed into a corner because we try to force things through a no. We try to force through the no instead of going around and going with the flow. Okay, so we got a no here. All right, we're going to take a little different path over here, and we got to, and then we get the yes over here. We had to do a little bit more work, but sometimes it's necessary to do more work. Ho-ho! Look at that. We're not lazy. Okay. So we have the Queen of Swords reversed as our punctuation. We have the Magician reversed, and the Foolish Man, or the Fool, reversed. And we have the Nine of Wands upright. So, looks like we have some negative thinking, or some negative words. Some negative, we're just hearing things that we just are not really happy about, We're saying things that we don't really mean. We're being a little too bossy. And I hate to say that because it's the Queen of Swords, because, the King of Swords can be pretty bossy himself. But, just preventing things, just getting in your own way, like mentally and verbally, is kind of the Queen of Swords energy. And just kind of making predetermined decisions already and just sticking with that instead of like exploring all the options. And new moon in Libra being an air sign, maybe we are reevaluating how we make our decisions, especially with relationships, because Libra rules relationships. The Magician reversed can either be somebody who's being deceptive, or someone who is confused at their own personal power of how to go forward. And I would want to say that it's probably more of this confused personal power versus, somebody being deceptive. Although I can't say for everybody. So maybe you are running into this energy of somebody who is going to be trying to force you to do something by kind of maybe threatening a certain sense to you. You need to do this because otherwise you're not going to be getting this, or and so you're gonna want to watch out for people. And I think the Queen of Swords is the no, that's the no, the deceptive no that makes you think that you can't go forward, but you can, circumnavigate. The Foolish Man is talking about, you've been down a road like this before. When people are being deceptive. Are we going to allow them to be deceptive? Are we going to allow them to control us, or direct our thoughts because of their rules, their ideals, their directions, their no's that they're going to put in front of us? No. we're going to go around it. And the Nine of Wands, or the Lord of Great Strength in the upright, which is fantastic, means that we have the strength and we have the ability and we are able to make all the actions possible to do what we really want, to pursue that passion, to do that work. We have the strength to do the work. We're not just going to sit on the couch. We're not lazy. We're not, falling over. We are, we have the ability to do what we want to do to get to where we want to be without letting anybody hold us back. And we're not going to be lazy. We're just going to go and we're going to do. All right, I think I've covered it all, and I hope I didn't go from here to here to here to here to here to here to here, but I feel like that's kind of my style, and if you've been watching me for a while, then you follow my wavelength. So, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you on Thursday.